I also met Lupe Fiasco.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
Yeah, I became friends with his cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I was like 17. Um, I think like I had him as a friend on Facebook without knowing, and he had posted an album cover. I was super skinny at the time, and I had the Bieber hair. I had the long hair,
Yeah, I remember that. I would even call you Bieber.
bro. Not kidding. When I went out there to the side stage, people from the crowd were screaming, bro, saying, "Bieber, we see you. We know it's you, Bieber." Like, bro, the crowd was piling. Everybody looks at me and they're like, "Oh, it's just some regular fucking
These
Mexican dude." And I was just like, "Oh, dude," like it was hilarious. But then like the show was over, I met a porn artist, a porn star.
Yeah.
I've told you the story, right?
Real name,
Oh, what was her name, bro?
Rachel. I know that real name.
No, no. Oh, that's her real name?
Yeah. Was
Ava? Was it Ava?
it? Ava Taylor.
Ava.
What's going on, Edgar? Welcome back
What's
to the
going on?
podcast, bro. How you been?
I'm back. I've been good, man.
Yeah?
How you been?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Millennial podcast. I'm back with my bro-in-law, Edgar.
Yes, sir.
It's good to have you back, bro.
Back at it.
Now, I kind of messed up a little bit, so give me a second, all right?
Yeah, do your thing.
Ta-da!
I
I don't want to forget these,
Juicy.
you know?
Juicy.
Yeah, man.
What's in there?
What's it been the last time we had a podcast? So, what, a few weeks ago, right?
Probably, like, I would say maybe over a month ago for sure.
And since then, you have made this into your music studio. Everybody can see that, look at that. He's got a music studio right behind him where he creates his music, his everything that he creates right here for his albums and everything. All his albums, his music creation, your master. Look at all that. It's beautiful.
Right,
look at that behind you. It's beautiful. The way that you did that.
Thank you, man. Appreciate
The
that.
computer, the speakers, and everything. It's just the sound system is beautiful too. You were playing earlier. It plays beautiful.
Thank you.
And it doesn't bounce. It's just beautiful down here. I like it.
You can make this your official podcast studio.
Tell me where you started right here. Where is it that you started?
So it all started with I already had the idea to take off because we used to have carpet here.
Yeah.
Which helped with the like I guess the sound treatment because obviously it absorbs sound like the carpet, but it just started getting too dirty, like those things, like carpets
Coming in and out, people
coming in now. Like I had a lot of homies here, like people recording and stuff. Just started getting dirty, and I wanted a space where I could have like, if my kids even wanted to come down here, like I could have the baby crawling or walking, and it's not like
the floor is
dirty.
beautiful too.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
very beautiful.
And then I had a bar. I don't know if you remember the bar.
Yeah, there was
I had
right where I'm sitting, where my fat ass is
bar.
sitting right here. There was a big bar right here.
He said it. Not me.
Hey, I'm okay with that. I even made it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. No, yeah, I had the bar there. And dude, I fucking sold that bar. We were already thinking of giving up and just tossing it, right?
Yeah.
It was gonna get tossed. So that's really what started this whole build because I set a goal. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna save up the X amount of money and I'm gonna start this project, like start building down here. I didn't know what it was gonna look like, didn't have no colors of the wall in mind, nothing. And I started saving up money and maybe $100 here, $50, $20. And that bar, I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do with it? I don't drink anymore. Don't need it. What am I gonna do? And we got to a point where we're gonna toss it, and I decided to alley-oop, and I put it on Facebook Marketplace, and I started getting people hitting me up, and a couple out in Chicago hit me up that they wanted it. Bro, I sold it for $650.
Not bad. I mean, some extra cash just to put onto the building right here.
Yeah, man. And it was like when we moved in here, it was already there.
Yeah.
So
do you think all of the ones, all these townhouses in row, do you think they all came with it too?
I don't know. I've only been to one other one that I've been to and seen like the whole 3 floors, and that's my neighbor. And their basement still has carpet, and it's completely different than ours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like they have like a bar, but theirs is like where my closet would be behind you.
Yeah.
It's like right there, and they have like a bar, and then they have like these steps, and they have like a theater.
Nice.
It's different, and but they told me that it was like that when they moved there. So yeah.
So they have their own theater over there, and you have your own music studio over here.
Yeah, but theirs was already done. They already had drywall.
Okay.
You know, here we didn't have drywall. We had the drop ceiling, the panels. Yeah, man, and basically that's what started it. Selling that, the bar, it created capital, and then I'm like, you know what? Okay, first things first, let's get rid of this carpet and do something.
And
do something
put some
different.
Good flooring right here, beautiful too.
Yeah, man, and it was crazy.
And now that's how it started. All these places are a lot more different from back when you bought it.
Yeah,
it's
bro.
Your personal music studio right here. Create your own music. You create all your hits right here.
Oh yeah. Oh man, the stuff that's to come, bro. Like this is still fairly new.
Yeah.
But the stuff that's to come from here, bro. Like not even just from me, but like the artists that I work with that want to come down here and create. Like, yeah. Even working with you, man. Like even doing shit like this. This is awesome. Like
let's talk about your music career, man. Since you've been doing music since you were a kid, right?
Yeah, man. I've been making music. Look, man, like how far you want to go back and down the rabbit hole?
Well, let's see. What inspired you to make music? Let's start right there.
What inspired me to make music? So when I really started creating music, man, and I put this to the side a lot, but when I really started to dabble in the world of music, bro, and this might sound, to me it was special because I remember I was sleeping, one night, and I was like maybe like 11, 12 years old.
All right.
And my best friend at the time, my two best friends are the ones that, when I was at that age, are the ones that inspired me in the music sense. Or were there with me. But basically, do you remember my friend Saul?
Yeah.
Okay, so that dude was like my best friend. He was my neighbor. We were like best homies growing up. He was like a funny ass dude, cool motherfucker. I was sleeping one day and I had a computer, like a desktop that had Windows Movie Maker. Windows Movie Maker. It was like a video editing software that came with Windows already.
The old school stuff.
I remember I woke up one day and I had like almost as if I had a dream, and I thought to myself, I can make DJ mixes on Movie Maker. Bro, like nobody was doing that. I had no internet at the time. I had no internet, bro. Like my dad, obviously I lived with my parents. My dad was like no internet. We didn't have the money for it, whatever the case was. But I had Movie Maker. We had a computer. I had a Movie Maker. And I told my friend Saul, he had a laptop, and he had internet. So from him, I would get all of my music. Like I would download anything I wanted, bro. Like I was heavy into like Lil Wayne at the time, like a lot of the
during that time he
blog
had
era.
The first Carter CD by now.
I think it might have been near Carter 3.
Okay.
When around that time, it was like 2007. And like I remember that I told my friend Saul, and we started doing mixes, bro. I would literally take little parts of the song, and you could fade them into the next song. Okay. And I would take like a small second of a song, fade it into the next one, take a little bit of that one, and then start mixing them. I would chop them up. It was like, bro, we were doing that. I didn't even know I was mixing music. I didn't even know I was doing what DJs do, what all of these people do. I didn't know I was doing it. It literally came to me as a fucking epiphany. Right at the it was, I swear to God on anything I love, bro, this is how it happened. It literally happened to me in the sense of like, I was about to wake up. I was like deep sleep. I'm about to wake up, and I'm like, I woke up and like a vision, like a flash in my face was like, you can do that. And I was like, what the fuck? And like, it made me do it. And I told my friend Saul, and he was like, what the fuck? And we started doing that, and we would compete. Like we used to compete, like, oh, who's had a better mix? Yeah. And we used to like have competitions and shit. And I always liked his, and he would always like mine. But see, at the time, I didn't know he liked my mixes. Like years later, he was like, bro, I always liked yours. I'm like, motherfucker, you could have told me. I'm like, I would always tell you, yo, I like yours. Your shit's fire. But that's how like I started dabbling. Even since I was younger, even prior to that, I wasn't making music, but I was always a very musical kid. Like, I remember like for Christmas one time I had gotten a piano. It was I think it was, I don't remember if it was like a small like Yamaha or Roland, and I used to like play it and stuff, and And then like I used to collect CDs as a kid, like when I was like 6, 7, 8, and my uncles were heavy into music, so he gave me like the Marshall Mathers LP. I was like a 7-year-old kid listening to it in my room.
Yeah, you did say that once that your uncle gave you a CD.
Bro, I would have brought it, but upstairs I have the case
Yeah.
with all of my old CDs that I used to collect. I'm talking about when I was like 7, 8 years old. We're talking over 20 years ago.
Those are gonna be collectibles, probably.
Yeah, man. I have original Marshall Mathers LP, original Hot Boys, like the you know what I'm saying, Missy Elliott, Michael Jackson, the Bee Gees, like just so and a hella Spanish music, bro. Like
talking about old school CDs, talking about the old school rap right there.
Yeah, old school rap,
Missy
50 Cent,
Elliott,
Joe Budden. And this is all what my uncle would listen to. I would collect them from all my uncles, not even just one, but from all of them. And he would even sign them. Like a lot of my CDs have like his signature because it would be an A and an R, like Adrian and then a Ramos. And then, you know.
The 50 Cent ones.
Yeah.
A lot of old school D12.
I don't think I have a D12. I do have a D12 CD, but it's a burned one. It's not like an original. But yeah, man, all of that music. And I used to walk, as a kid, I used to walk into the library and I got a library card just to check out CDs. And I used to go and by myself, no one, like I could tell you that like no one at my household really listened to Michael Jackson. Yeah. But me as a kid, I liked Michael Jackson. I would go to the library, check out the Michael Jackson CD, listen to it, bump it, return it. I was heavy into the Now CDs. Do you remember the Now?
Yeah, I know which ones.
Yeah, man. So always just music. And when I started rapping and actually writing, was my other best friend at the time, Rodrigo. I remember I was like 13 years old and he literally came with like 2 sheets of paper and they had like raps on them. Prior to that, I had never thought to myself to rap. But he came up to me in the lunch, and we were at lunch in school, and he was like, hey, we should rap. And when he told me that, bro, it was like he had just told me what I had been waiting to hear my entire life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was just like, you know what? Yeah.
You're like, thank God somebody said something. Finally.
And I was like, yeah. And
finally got there now.
And we took off, man. And from there, it's been a journey that, like, yeah, man, it's just been a lot has happened.
20-year-old journey right now, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like 15.
15-year-old journey.
Yeah.
So that's a big ass inspiration right there.
Yeah,
it just came out of the blue. Just discovered something. You and Esau.
Yeah.
And I don't know where. Then it just blossomed to what it is right now.
Yeah, man. It's it's been a lot of stuff, man, that has happened.
Now you make a lot of songs. You make a lot of albums. You make songs, albums, music. Do you ever come with writer's block before?
Yeah, man, plenty of times. I remember when my first daughter was born. I was 21.
Yeah.
I was about to turn 22, and I worked night shifts at this factory. And I remember, working night shift, it already takes a toll on you.
Yeah,
it was the first time. It was the first time really in my life that I had worked the night shift. So it was like not new to me per se at that time, but once my daughter was born, like maybe I was doing night shift by that time, maybe for like a year. So it was hard for me to write, bro. But I remember that, like, because I would get writer's block, I was tired a lot. But I would
question before keep going. I see you leaning back on the chair.
Yeah.
Will I fall if I lean back on these?
No.
I'm a little afraid. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, it depends how far you want to lean back too. If you lean back like Fat Joe lean back, then you might
lean back. That's a good song right there.
Absolutely. Terror Squad, yeah, man. Joe Crack. But yeah, so yeah, man. So back to it. What we were saying is that around that time I had heavy writer's block. But one thing that always stuck with me, and I don't remember if I heard somebody say it in an interview, don't remember, but was that, like, just don't admit it to yourself. Like, if you do feel like you have writer's block, just don't admit it to yourself. Yes, I've made a lot of music. A lot of it has translated well. People like it. But put it this way. There's more songs of mine that haven't came out than songs that have. So I've actually, if you look through my Spotify, SoundCloud, songs I've done with other people, because, I write all my own shit. Like, I'm a rapper first, but I'm also an artist. I sing, I rap, I I do it all, and I pride myself in being a writer. So above everything, I'm a writer because I enjoy writing music. And from the very beginning, when I first started, I've always written my own shit. But it was just that, man, like not admitting to myself, you know, a lot of the stuff that, like I said, that I've written doesn't come out because I got to get the shit out. Don't get sacar like acá, you know. A lot of the times it's just get the shit out there. Like you're going through writer's block, you start writing again and you're like, you know, I'm not inspired. I'm not liking it. But you got to get it out.
Do you think writer's block is also an artist's block because artists go through it too? Like, let's say if you're a painter, you're going to go through a block too? Or is it just a thing that only musicians go through?
No, I think everybody, man. Even people in regular, even in life, just period. I think people, us as humans, might lose motivation to the things that we love to do. There's a moment where we might lose some motivation and kind of like, what am I doing this for or something? But
that is true.
You know what I'm saying? But you just got to do it because like there's like this itch, you know. I can't stop making music, bro, even if I tried. I had the hardest year of my life last year. And I very proudly say last year because even though we're new into 2025, the shit I went through was 2024. I'm leaving it there.
What is something that actually helped you overcome the writer's block, that bump in the road?
I think giving it some breaks, giving it like little breaks here and there. You know what I'm saying? Nothing crazy, nothing like what I more recently went through. I really took a mental health break, a physical break, you know, last year. But before that, just giving it little breaks here and there, like little, you know, a couple weeks, a week or so. Couple weeks, 3 weeks, a month.
Would you say that
tops.
music, listening to music helps you overcome a little bit of the writer's block? Like you just start reading other people's lyrics and get an idea of what they're talking about, and it helps you maybe adjust something in your head to overcome the writer's block?
Definitely want to stay current. I definitely try my best to, in a certain way, stay current. But in no way do I try to, you know, a lot of the times now in rap, or I guess it's always been this way, but, or in hip hop, in the hip hop community, but it's always been like drug talk, right? I've lived that life. Like I really have dealt with drug use, man. You know what I'm saying? And maybe I could talk about it in music, but I'm not going to talk about it to the extent of like I was popping pills every single day and I was out here robbing people and I was like that, you know, like I'm going to talk about it in the extent of my reality, but I'm also going to try to make it unique and with actual bars, you know?
Yeah.
There's a difference between me just saying like, yeah, I'm a Xan head, I'm a pop pills, I'm a and me saying like an actual bars, like making it intricate, unique, something that crafting it to something people haven't heard before. And that's where I like shine, you know what I'm saying? Making it that, you know, not just like simple cookie cutter, you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Do you ever take like long walks and just start like putting lyrics together? Like, let's say you see something and you just start putting it into little bars.
Yeah, all the time. Bars will hit me out of like, I could be working, I could be going for a walk, I could be out with my family, we're at the mall or something, and a line will just like it'll just like, you know, it'll hit me, you know, kind of like when you know, like when Goku's about to like, he's like leveling up. And then like you see the screen go black and like the little shot goes like,
yes,
and then like he goes and then he just transforms. That's how like a song will hit me. I'll be like walking and then like the screen of the mental screen will go black and then like the thing will hit me, like the idea of, and then I'm just like, oh shit, and I gotta write it, bro. It's all in my notes on my phone. Like,
yeah, you use a notepad on your phone, right?
Use the notepad
just
on my
like
phone.
I do.
Yes, but bro, I'm a veteran, bro. Like I could show you notebooks, bro, filled with lyrics. Boom, boom, small notebooks, random work papers where I would write shit that has never come out, but I've written, bro.
I write a lot of my ideas too down, like I'm on a notepad on my phone or at home. I got a notepad. It could be I'm not talking about music. It could be any random anything idea that just pops in my head, like a business idea, an episode idea. And I shit you not, a lot of my ideas come when I'm taking a shower. For some reason, I'm taking a shower and next thing you know, an idea pops out right there. I don't know what is it about the shower, the hot water or whatever when I'm showering, cleaning myself, ideas just keep popping out of my head. I mean, do you have anything like that that just helps you pop things in your head?
I think what I like to do now, wouldn't so much do it before. I mean, a lot of the time before it was definitely smoking weed.
Smoking weed?
Yeah, definitely smoking weed. I mean, I was a consistent smoker before. And when I would smoke weed, for some reason, I'd tap into this other energy, bro. I can't explain it.
Yeah, some people do weed. Some people do pills. Some people's come in the shower like me, or some people
You
just
come in the shower?
No,
A
a lot of my ideas will come in the shower.
Oh, yeah.
Or some people's ideas might come when they're walking, driving, or there are some people, their ideas come out when they're working out, lifting weights. I mean, I'm not that type of person, but I kind of feel like I know what they mean because mine come when I'm taking a shower.
Oh, I know when. I know when, bro. And this is very irresponsible, but you're gonna be like, yeah, I agree. I can see you doing that, bro. I get hella. I've written songs and written hella bars and completed songs while driving.
While driving?
Yes, I get so many ideas. I get so many. I'll drive and I'll put on a beat, or I'll go on YouTube, like just for inspiration. I'll play not instrumentals, but like beats from producers. You know, I'll let YouTube run. I'll start getting ideas, bro, when I'm driving. The way that you get them while showering. I
used to get them while driving too.
While driving, yeah.
Because a lot of my jobs were driving back then. But I can't write down my ideas though. I can't because for me, I'm not the type of guy to be texting on my phone.
No, yeah, I am.
Or driving.
Well, I'm trying to change that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that.
Yeah, a lot of my ideas would come when I'm driving, but I cannot write them down. Sometimes I'll even put in a memo and the memo a recorder and I just say it, but then I forget to look at it.
Oh yeah,
I have that problem to go back and go back and listen to my memo that I made myself. The next will be 3 weeks and look at my memo like shit. I forgot I said that.
Yeah, I've like freestyled full songs on my voice memos, and then like I'll go back and then I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna take this part and this part that I like, and I'll put them together. Yeah, man, the process is like, you know, man, it's not always like the same thing, man. Sometimes different things inspire you in different ways.
Every person's different. Like I said, everybody's got their way to get through that curve, overcome their writer's block or anything. Everybody's got their own way.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, it's definitely a feeling that could shut you down if you don't just keep in mind that, like, just don't admit it to yourself. If you're going through writer's block, just don't admit it to it. Like, don't say I'm going through writer's block and I'm uninspired. Let's like, not
put
everything
it in the back of your head.
Just not everything you write is gonna be a hit, bro.
Yeah, not everything.
Maybe
you could get a lot of things that are crappy and might put it together, a piece of that, a piece of that, a piece of that, and it could be something else.
Yes, and or just get the shitty idea, like the shitty stuff out. You know, like just if you're going through writer's block, just keep writing, keep working, keep recording, and get those, like, you know, you might not like it or whatever, but I promise that like the more you do that, and like eventually the cool stuff is gonna start coming out. Or you might make write 3 songs that you don't like, or 3 ideas that you don't like, but then that 4th one is gonna be one that you're really gonna like, and then you're gonna stick to that one. So yeah, just work through it. Yeah, for sure.
Do you ever feel like you know how the world can be judgmental and just put in their own opinion? Does it ever bother you? But somebody might disagree with your song and just didn't like it, you know, because there are those people out there that are just haters, and they will say some shit. Doesn't it ever blow your confidence?
I've had people, man, when I was in high school, I had people come up to me and like think it was funny. I would put myself out there. Like, it wasn't a secret that I made music, bro. Everybody knew. No matter what anybody will tell you. When I was in high school, people knew I made music. I made a song that in the name, it had it had 2 players from our football team. I named the song the 2 players from our football team, and I dedicated a song to the football team. Like, they was fire. I remember at the time I used to listen to Lil Wayne, and he would make songs for his favorite football team, right?
Yeah.
I made a song for the AT football, the Addison Trail football team. That's the high school I went to. I did. I had people, you know, the people that the name and I'm not gonna mention the name of the song, but the people that like I had named it after, like they never came and said, "Oh, yo, that's cool, man." You know, people weren't accepting of it, but I didn't care, bro. Like a person that really cared what other people thought wouldn't do that. Like they wouldn't name their song after two players from a football team that they never talked to, but they just had the idea to be like, I'm gonna do my own version of a song for my football team, and I'm gonna put that out. I put it out. I put it on YouTube with a music video. And the music video was just like, it was one of those like movie maker videos with like lyric videos with pictures. And I think I even used pictures from like the Addison Trail football team.
Yeah. And they just had the lyrics just going through like that. Right.
Like I did that, bro. And like, does opinions from people bother me, man? Listen, I got one person that stuck with me through all of this that I grinded from when I first started and wanted to work with me, which is my producer, Val, right? Valentino, Val. And I think his work ethic is a testament to me that I'm either doing something right or and I'm not fully out there delusional, because the way that man works and listens to my crazy ideas and is willing to like grind it out and go over here, go over there and do this with me, bro, is a testament to me that like, I don't care what nobody says, you know, he sees the vision. When people start seeing your vision, even if it's a few, it really drives you, bro, and you don't care. Me, I already didn't care what people thought. That drives you even more to like not care, bro. I had a cringe moment, and I don't mean to cut you off.
You're good. You're good. Keep going.
I had a cringe ass moment, bro, and I was just thinking about this the other day, and thinking about this cringe ass moment. Literally, I don't know what I was doing, but it made my face get hot red because I was so embarrassed, even though it was from back in the past. In high school, this one dude was running for, I think, class king or president, some class school shit. And he came to me, he's like, "Hey, you know, I know you rap, I know you make music. Can you write a song? Like I kind of need an idea for a way to get people's votes. I need him to like me." And he was trying to win, you know? He was trying to win. So I'm like, okay, bet. Like
for his campaign.
Yeah. And he came to me, and this wasn't like a dude that we talked all the time. He was just, he knew I made music. And I was like, okay, bet. I was like, let's have a rap battle. Like, you know, you versus me. I'll write your parts. I'll write my own parts, you know? And me, I'm a motherfucker that swears, bro. Like, my dad, my family, they're huge potty mouths. I'm a fucking potty mouth. So it was a little challenging. You know, I was like 16 at the time, 15, 16, whatever. It was a little challenging to write clean. I'm like, I'm writing for school. We're going to do this in the high school. So I thought I had to fit a mold, you know.
You got to do like Nickelodeon version, the
right?
Nice and Kitty version.
So I wrote a fucking battle for us. We go on stage, and, you know, I don't know if you've ever been on a stage, but when the white lights are beaming on you, you can't see the crowd.
Yeah.
It's all black.
Wouldn't that actually be good that you can't see the crowd? So it's almost like you're on your own world. You're finally staring at you.
But we started going in the battle, and nobody got the what was going on. Like people, you know, nobody was like cheering for him, and they weren't booing me. They were supposed to boo me, but people were just like, all right. And bro, I'm talking about a full auditorium with like all the people from my grade, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you felt like you're starting to turn hot and red, and like from a little embarrassment.
Remembering that, yeah, dude. But like, I look back at it now, and yes, it did embarrass me. Like the other day, like just thinking about it. But like, who cares, bro? Like, who that doesn't matter no more. You know?
It don't matter no more, bro.
Don't matter no more, man. But it happened, you know. And even at the time, I feel like I remember at that particular time, I was more embarrassed for the guy that was out there trying to win the campaign, that like I kind of let him down. I wasn't really tripping about what the people thought. I was more so like, damn, I feel like I let him down. Like I feel like he probably thought I was gonna do better or something, but it was what it was. It was just crazy though.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
performed in front of everybody.
at least
for everybody there.
At least you te agarraste los huevos and like, you know, fuck it, let's do this. At least that takes guts right there, dude. That takes fucking guts. Not a lot of people can say that I did that and I admit to it, because not a lot of people are gonna talk about embarrassing moments or anything that made them feel discomfort. and you're talking about it right now, and you just don't give a shit. And I mean, that's something you're manning up to it,
Yeah.
and you're going forward.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like some people like will not follow the journey with you, but let's say if you succeeded completely, you know, like record albums and whatever, you know, now they'll start liking you. Like, where the fuck were you when the journey was there, and now you're liking me now that I'm there?
That's a really good question, man. Yeah, I think yes. Yeah, I think that's natural. How much I can blame the person for doing that? I feel like I can't really blame them because it's just very human like. It's very, very, very common for people not to like something until it's popular. It's super common. So I'd just be like, hey man, well, welcome along for the ride. Now, if it's somebody that was blatantly hating on me, was blatantly shitting on me, I'm a Scorpio. I don't know if that means anything, but I might not get revenge, but I am definitely not gonna look their way, bro. I'm just gonna be like, hey man, I know how hard you hated. And you're just gonna have to watch. You know, you're gonna have to watch this from the side. Like you have to watch this from all the way over there. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool, man.
What would you do to if somebody was just not? Let's say you made it, and you finally, and there's that person that you thought they were negative during the whole time, but now they're coming to you trying to kiss your ass after you made it. Like, bro, are you gonna be like, nah, keep coming, join me, you know, and my friends, you know, or we just say, get the fuck out of here? Where the fuck were you?
No, I probably wouldn't reply, man. I wouldn't entertain it, no, bro, because like I'm too busy, bro. If I'm busy now, I could just imagine when I make it how busy I'm gonna be. But I'm ready for it, bro. Like, you know, I think I manage well once it comes time to just launch off into that and dedicate it 100% to that. I think that my life has built up to be that. So I think that it's gonna be very easy to just stick with the family, man, and not need to look out elsewhere besides the family.
Yeah. What is the most challenging part about creating music for you? What is really challenging for you?
I think liking it, me myself liking it,
really like liking your own stuff, like liking what you cook.
Yes. Yeah, my song that's doing the best right now on like streaming, it's called First of All, and it's on Spotify, you know, and everything. But that particular song, I could tell you, it's not my favorite song of all the songs that I've done, but it's doing the best, right?
Yeah.
So similarly, when I'm creating new music, you know, I like it enough to put it out, but for me to even like it, it's like, it's hard, man. Yeah, and I think pleasing myself and making myself like a fan of myself.
Yeah, self-doubt.
Crippling self-doubt too, yeah.
Yeah. Crippling?
I think it is, bro. Yeah, man, because I'm just too perfectionist with it, bro.
And you got to get every little detail like exactly done, right?
Yeah.
Or otherwise it bothers you when it's just in the back of your head, like a monkey on your fucking shoulder, bothering you.
The thing is, I'm a, what is it? What is that word? I'm the phrase, when you're like a broke artist, you're a starving artist. I'm a starving artist, bro. Yes, I did all this nice, my studio's remodeled, but like this was the product of a lot of saving and my own two hands, bro. I did this shit by myself. Like I did this shit myself, you know, everything. Like granted, yes, I mean, we had your family member that came and did like, I don't know how to put drywall on the ceiling.
Shit, I wish I knew too.
But I destroyed the ceiling. The panels, I took them all down by myself. You know, I ripped them off and I bundled them up. I took them to the dump. I prepared I took off all the carpet, the stairs, and then we did everything. I paid him to put the drywall, but then like I did the floor. We painted. We did everything else, and it's a product of these two fucking hands. You know what I'm saying? So that's on a budget. Like I'm doing that on a budget, you know? Same thing with music. I'm a perfectionist, but it comes to a point I can only go to the studio and edit and re-edit and edit so many times before I'm like, dude, I'm investing all of this money on this one song. You know what? do I like it enough at least for it to come out? Or am I just going to keep it? Do I really not like it and just keep it? But I can't keep dropping money to go to the studio to fix one thing. You know what I'm saying? That's where it gets tricky. That's where I got to play and manage myself, be my manager, and be like, all right, man, you know what? Let's really listen to this, get a couple other opinions from the people that matter, and, mainly, the family, and then put it out and move on to the next one. Just mainly on a budget, man. That's the.
Do you still go to the studio, or since you got these right here, do you just do it here now?
Well, this is all very, very, very new.
Yeah.
This is all fairly new, bro. So fairly new. So maybe the stuff coming, the more recent stuff that I'm about to put out, is still a product of the studio that I was going in Chicago. And shout outs to them, Classic Studios. Shout out to Matt. But yeah, no, the stuff I'm about to put out is still a product of the studio, but perhaps the next stuff is gonna start coming from in home. I'm hoping, I'm praying that we get to a level where it meets my standards to come out from here. But if it doesn't, I'm gonna get it as close as I can, and I'm gonna still go to the studio, bro. It's gotta be the standard for me, to a degree, man. Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, man. Have you ever met someone famous or semi-famous in your music career?
Yeah, I have. Rest in peace, I met Virgil Abloh, and it was at an RSVP signing with this artist named Theophilus London. I think he was signed to Kanye for some time. I don't know if he still is, but I had gone with two of my homies at the time, and I met Virgil Abloh. He's a famous designer. I got my rap. I've got this it's like a little postcard that he signed, and so did the artist, the Theophilus. They both signed to Virgil Abloh. You know who Virgil Abloh is, right?
No, not really.
Yeah, he's the creator of Off-White and also the designer for Louis Vuitton.
Oh, for Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, Louis Vuitton.
The clothing brand.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, the designer for Louis Vuitton. And he started Off-White, which is huge. Worked very closely with Kanye, all that. Well, he died. He passed away from cancer. Virgil, right? A few years ago. But he signed a paper, and I still have it. And I even, at the time, this was years ago, I think I taped it or stapled it to my rap notebook where I would write all my raps. I stapled it, and then on the other side, I stapled the one from the artist guy. I also met Lupe Fiasco.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I became friends with his cousin. Yeah, when I was like 17. I think like I had him as a friend on Facebook without knowing, and he had posted an album cover. And I thought the album cover was dope. And I thought he created it himself. So I hit him up. I'm like, yo, that album cover is dope. And he said, oh, thanks, man. It's not me on the cover, but I did make the cover. It's not me on there, but I made it. And I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, so I started scrolling through his pictures. And I was messaging him at the time. And I was like, oh, so which one are you? Like, who are you from your Facebook? He's like, oh, I'm the guy, this guy. And sure enough, it was there was a picture of the cousin with Lupe Fiasco, and I was like, hey man, I could be wrong, because the picture looked like it was shot on a Canon photo, like not the highest quality, almost as if it was two homies chilling, and it was even a little pixelated. So I'm like, I don't know if this is Lupe or not, but I asked him like, bro, is that Lupe Fiasco? He's like, haha, yeah. I was like, wait, what? So I was like, dang, that's crazy. And we started talking, chopping it up. He started telling me, yeah, like he would even tell me when he was out in Lupe's home out in LA, like, oh, I'm in LA right now. I'm with Lupe. Like, I'm with my cousin. I'm staying out here. And he used to tell me like, hey man, you should take a trip. We should come out here. And I was young and like, I was a little like skeptical. I was just, I didn't know the guy personally. So I was a little skeptical, I was like, I'm not going to be like, yeah, I'm coming. I was a little skeptical, but he would always tell me like, yeah, man, let's go out there. And then sure enough, he invited me to a show that Lupe had out in, I want to say Champaign,
Illinois.
I think it was it U of I? It was it was a college. Lupe had a show there. He invited me. I didn't drive, so I had told my pop if he could take me out there. And he took me out there, and I remember I was calling this dude. I was calling the cousin, and the call would go to voicemail right away.
Oh.
And me and my dad drove like over an hour for sure. Maybe like 2 hours or something.
Yeah, Champagne's pretty far.
And we're like, what the and my dad was like, oh shit, you know, like what if this dude, you know? And I was like, damn. I get a call from a payphone. So I answer the call. Hey man, sorry, my phone died. But yeah, pull up. We're right there. And then he comes in a scooter. And then we go to the, you know, like whatever, to the back, and we're chilling backstage with like the people opening up for Lupe. And then we go to the side of the stage, and by this time the crowd is filling up out there, but we're backstage. I was super skinny at the time, and I had the Bieber hair. I had the long hair.
Yeah, I remember that. I would even call you Bieber.
Bro, I'm not kidding. When I went out there to the side stage, people from the crowd were screaming, bro, saying, Bieber, we see you. We know it's you, Bieber. Like, bro, the crowd was piling up, looking at me, thinking I was Justin Bieber, bro. my homie, the Lupe's cousin, he's like, hey, I got an idea. I'll be right back. He goes to the back, like in the backstage or whatever, and he gets some shades that he had. Makes me put them on. I put them on, bro. I was playing the part, bro. I was over here like, yeah, you know. Nah. And everybody was like, Bieber, like, we see you, bro. They're screaming from the crowd, bro. My pop was standing right next to my dad. My dad was like in Spanish. My dad was like, mijo, like, ve to the fence, like where the fence area was. My dad's like, ve y enseña tu cara que no eres Justin Bieber. Like, my dad was like, go over there, you know, and show that you're not him. And I was like, nah, like, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna ride these couple minutes of fame. You know, I'm gonna stay with this fame, bro. When it was time for Lupe to come out, they sent me and my pop out where the regular crowd was. Yeah. Everybody looks at me and they're like, oh, it's just some regular fucking Mexican dude. And I was just like, oh, dude, like, it was hilarious. But then, like, the show was over. You know, Lupe fucking killed it. He did incredible. And with him, we went backstage. I got to meet him, you know, and in my mind, I was just fighting with the idea of, like, how pushy do I want to be? Do I want to be like, hey, man, like, I'm a big fan. You know, can we work? Can we do this? Or just be cool and just say what's up to him. He just got off a show. He's probably tired. So I just played the second, you know, I played it cool and just said what's up, you know, and good shit and just kept it moving, man.
Is that completely the complete list of all the famous and semi-famous people you met?
I mean, no, I've been around like Alan Kingdom, which did a song with Kanye, and I'm sure he's got a great career aside from that. I'm not too big into his career, but I've met him. I've met Superboy. I've met 8matic, Logan, or just to go by Logan. And I've met a porn artist, a porn star. Yeah. I've told you the story, right?
Real name,
what was her name?
Rachel, bro? I know that real name.
No. Oh, that's her real name?
Yeah.
Was it? Ava? Was it Ava?
Ava Taylor.
Ava Taylor.
There we go.
I met Ava Taylor, bro. And I love telling the story because, I mean, you know, who doesn't watch fucking porn? You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
like,
she's from Chicago, actually, right?
Yeah. She's from Illinois. So I had actually seen her, and people could look this up and correct me if I'm wrong. I think I've seen her on Pornhub, but no, where I really saw her first was on, I think she was on a documentary. They were doing like a documentary.
Oh, yeah, Hot Girls Wanted.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that at one point throughout my life before I actually met her, or I didn't meet her, but I was chilling with her, literally smoking a fucking blunt backstage, and then I performed with my homie who is. But yeah, so we were backstage, bro. It was like hella artists. The Chicago scene was out there. Superboy, her everybody. There was a bunch of other people. This was where Alan Kingdom was. Saba from Pivot Gang, DJ Oreo, and then Ava Taylor was there. And I don't know if she was dating someone or why, but she was chilling in the back, bro. Just cool as hell. She had a freaking blunt in her hand, and then we're fucking, you know, we're all smoking like next to her, and I was like, is that really her? And I didn't want to be the guy to go up and be like, hey, I've seen your work. I've seen you somewhere.
Oh, man, you never want to do that shit. Because some some of the girls actually didn't like that, for what I heard.
Yeah.
And some are cool with it, you know.
Yeah.
But you always want to be the
Respectful, right?
Yeah, the respectful person, because they're a person in general.
Yeah.
They're
Absolutely.
She's
Absolutely.
a person, no matter what.
Yeah, no. So I it was one of those other things again where I was just like that's cool. Like it's cool though, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I was just back here with all of these people that have a name for themselves, you know. So that was cool, man. And I went out and performed with my boy who is. Shout out to Naeem. And she was watching. She watched us perform. When we walked out, she was walking with us. And then she stood behind the like where the DJ was, and then we performed. We were going crazy with his song. He got a shot and he was performing, and that was cool. Like I met her, you know.
Not a lot of people can say that they were hanging around a little bit around with a porn star. Not a lot of people can say that.
That shit was cool.
Some,
that shit was cool for me. Yeah,
that's cool. I mean, there's still a person, and you just show them respect.
Yeah. Aside from that, I'm trying to think anybody else. I know I saw Vic Mensa at a restaurant one time. He's another Chicago artist. I think he was signed to Jay-Z at one point.
Vic Mensa. I know that guy now.
Yeah, he goes
I
hard.
seen him. I seen his music videos and his songs.
Yeah, he goes hard. I met him at. I actually said what's up to him and had a brief conversation. In at a restaurant in Chicago. And then I mean, as far as I was on stage with King Los and Daylight. They're like two of my top inspirations. And me and my producer, we flew out to Atlanta and we got to be on stage when they battled. That was like a beautiful moment. One of the highlights of my life. Watching two of my favorite lyricists go back and forth, bro. The energy was crazy. It was pretty amazing. I met DJ Drama.
Oh yeah.
And I had just released an album and I had merch and I personally gave him a shirt with my album cover on it and QR code in the back. And he took it and I'm like, hey man, like, I'm a fan of your work. I've heard all like the majority of your tapes. Like I grew up with your music, sir. Like, I've got this merch. Would you be willing to take it? I could have handed this to King Los. I could have handed it to Daylight. But when I saw DJ Drama, man, he's just he's just done so much for the culture. I mean, as the other guys have too, but I was just like, he was like literally standing right in front of me. I'm like, I just handed him the merch. I'm like, shit, who knows?
I mean, it's nothing bad, It's good, Maybe they give you a little hand. Here, no, who knows, But
never know.
At least you threw your shot.
Yeah,
that's what matters.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I've met some people, man. I've had some cool stories. Yeah, couple of stories.
Well, we all hope you do make it, and I hope it doesn't overwhelm you one day, because I hear that it can overwhelm the person, especially in their mental state. It can overwhelm a person's mental state. A lot of these appointments, that there. Hope it doesn't overwhelm you, because right now you're a little overwhelmed, right? Because trying to make music and juggle life, work, and everything, right? It's a bitch to juggle shit these days.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It really is. I think that that's probably the biggest challenge, man. That I have to split myself into all of these different roles. I've got to be this here and this here and then this here and this here. And, I spread myself thin. I try to do as much as I can. I'm just a hard worker like that. And I know I got that from my pop. But the reality is that, like, at some point it's just not healthy. It's not healthy.
Sometimes you got to take a mental break here and there.
Mentally or physically, it's not.
Like a week, go somewhere, just let your mind be free for a little bit.
Yeah,
before that way you won't overburn yourself, because you can overburn your mind too much, and next thing you could end up going through a mental break. You don't want that.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what that is, and yeah, man. But I think even going through it, there's maybe like it's good if you go through it before you you know, if I went through a mental break or being overwhelmed and feeling, you know, like it's too much for me to handle before I make it, it's like I'll know how to handle it when I do, you know.
That's
like
a
a
good point.
preparation. And I think I've been there. I think I've been to a point where I've reached the breaking point, reached the mental just fucking breakdown, and I'm building myself up stronger, and I think I'm gonna be able to maneuver now.
That's
Whatever
good, bro. And there's a lot of tools in the world that can help you.
Yeah. Sticking close to the family, bro.
Oh yeah.
Sticking close to the family, people who care about you, people who know you and want to see you succeed, and that you know you want to see them be there with you, you know, and talk and let you touch grass, you know.
It was actually a good episode, bro. I like to hear all about this music creation, this music world, because it's very, how do I say, very colorful. Not everybody sees the struggles of an artist goes through. Not everybody sees what it takes to make music. And when you finally get there, bro, I know you will, and I will be right there, bro.
I appreciate
and I
that.
believe
100%.
in you, man.
I appreciate that 100%, man.
No problem, bro.
And thank you for the opportunity, as always. I look forward to doing more, man.
Yeah,
you know?
Thank you for being a guest again in my podcast, bro. It was an honor having you.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Don't forget to like, subscribe. You see it right there. Hit it. And will give us in the comments more things that you want to hear about, topics. If you want to hear controversial shit, anything you want to hear, just let us know in the comment section. Thank you very much for being part of it. All right. Thank you very much. Have a good day.